One of the destinations I highlighted recently was a small island in the Caribbean called Dominica. I think it's a place that not too many people have thought about going to. I mean, honestly, until I went to the symposium, it's probably a place that I'd learned about in high school, but I'd forgotten about. So I thought I'd take this time to kind of highlight some of the features of this island, as well as one of the resorts that we were exposed to when we were there. And that resort is the Intercontinental Dominica Cabritz Resort and Spa. So a little about Dominica. It's an English-speaking country. Uh, it's an it's an independent nation, so it's not sovereign to anyone else. You have some other Caribbean countries that are sovereign to the U.S., the U.K., even the Netherlands, but Dominica is a completely independent nation. It has a very natural green space to it. There's parts of it that if you look at it, you would almost think that you were looking at Hawaii. It's a fairly easy place to get to. You can get to Miami. Miami, being a large airport, is pretty much reachable by any other airport in the U.S. And you can also get there from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Some of the things that are unique about it, and this is one of the things that's really intriguing to me, is it has two waterfalls. One's called the Mother, one's called the Father. The Mother is a cold waterfall that basically is coming out of the rocks into a pool, and the other one, the Father, is coming from a hot spring. So it's basically being heated by the earth and the volcano that was in the area. So it's pretty neat. Not, you have these hot springs. You actually have a lake that is boiling that is there. It's one of the places that you can visit on a hike. So there are some pretty neat things to do when you're there. One of the things that's really kind of unique about Dominica is that such a large portion of the country is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it has to do with the natural beauty of the country. And UNESCO has basically put some protection over it so that nothing else can be built there. This Intercontinental is actually set inside of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was there before it was inscribed as UNESCO. So it's really the only resort that will ever be in there because you cannot do any building inside a UNESCO site. Dominica, because of its location in the Caribbean, it's the only country in the world that has sperm whales all year round. It says that the best time to go and see the sperm whales is going to be November to March, which is actually a good time if you're in the U.S. You want to start to escape some of the colder weather that's setting in. It's a good opportunity to escape to the Caribbean, visit Dominica. You can actually go whale watching, and you're probably going to get a lot calmer seas there than if you tried to watch them uh, off in the Pacific Ocean off the west coast, or if you started to try to go north. Snorkeling and diving. The coral for Dominica is actually they call it the champagne coral because as you dive down to it, it starts to bubble up, sort of like the effervescence, as if you were to pour champagne into a glass. So it's one of the unique features of being able to dive on the island. So, like I said, that was just one of the things that I really wanted to highlight. It is a very beautiful place to visit. Like I said, it's almost, if you were to look at this island, you would almost think that you were looking at Hawaii. The beauty of it is you don't have to fly near as far, and it's going to actually be a lot cheaper to visit this property than it would be than if you were to try to stay at a luxury property in Hawaii. So if anybody's interested in looking at this, if you are an IHG member, this is a good opportunity for you to visit one of their properties. But also, if you book through me, I'm able to get benefits through the IHG program. So make sure you contact me if you're looking for a quick getaway, something that is relaxing, not too far from home. Then this is definitely a place that I recommend that you reach out to me and we find out a good time for you to go stay at Dominica. I'm going to try to do a few more of these, do them a little more often. so that you're getting not just a script to read, but you're actually having me talk to you about some of these nice luxury properties and the destinations for when you want to go visit there, and you'll find things to do and not just sitting through the much longer Facebook lives where I'm going into a lot greater detail. So if anybody has any questions about Dominica, about this Intercontinental Hotel, make sure you reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have.